Ce zici de asta? Guys, and welcome to Perfumes with Crisi. Today we discuss about a side piece of this great perfume. One of my favorites is Liquid Brun from French Avenue. Don't look at this because the gem, which was exactly like on the cap, the gem from right here fell by using this so much. We talk about a special edition of Liquid Brun. I don't have the bottle, but I tested it in the store. I went recently and tried it on, put it on a piece of paper, and I want to make a comparison because the question always appears: do we need this special edition? Is it really different or not? I will start by saying that yes, they are quite different enough to have one or another to make a difference between the two, but probably not different enough to own them both, unless you really want to have a more potent and more masculine version of this one. And I have a lot of thoughts about these two versions. There is also a new release as an extrait de parfum Liquid Brun, but that one hasn't appeared yet in our shops, at least, and I'm located in Eastern Europe, in Romania, so we'll see when the extrait de parfum will show off on the market. We will talk about that one also. Before telling you the comparisons, I want to say that I really love Liquid Brun. I used to wear it a lot right away after I purchased it, and I purchased it like 6 months ago or 5 months ago, and I've been using it a lot with compliments. However, in the meanwhile, this didn't change. This is as good as it used to be. It was projecting from the very beginning. It was persistent from the very beginning. Generally, in my opinion, perfumes don't change that much. This is just a marketing idea of changing of, okay, there is a maturation. Indeed, there is a slight, tiny change with some perfumes, but generally not. So this one didn't change, but it was very good from the beginning. I just love it. I find it, and also, let me mention that this is a dupe. This is the original version, Liquid Brun, for French Avenue, but this is an interpretation of Altair from Parfum de Marly. It's an expensive perfume. And Liquid Brun, I've been wearing it a lot. I'm not wearing it as much anymore because I find it slightly masculine. It's unisex indeed. It's a sweet perfume. It's an amazing composition. It's an amazing balance between the ingredients. So I was wondering, why do we need a special edition? And I think I understood why. What was their approach? As you can see in the video I made, but I don't think it's quite good. The image is not very relevant anyways, because I just film the fast forward. The first difference is the quantity. This one, the original, which I own, is 100 millimeters, and it was around $40. The other bottle is 150 millimeters, so it's taller. It's identical in shape, however it's taller because it's 150, and it's a darker brown, and it really represents the juice inside of it as compared to this other one. What I think, in my opinion, they created this limited edition because this one was quite soft, quite creamy, and I think it's excellent. In my opinion, I don't think we need another French Avenue's Liquid Brun, but they made a more masculine version. And let me tell you immediately some differences that I noticed while spraying it on a paper strip. I didn't put it on my skin, that one. So for the sake of comparison, I will also spray the original here, okay, to have it on the paper strip for better smelling it. So when I sprayed this one in the shop, I could immediately feel the DNA of liquid Brun. But also from the very beginning, there are slight differences. This one is sharper, woodier, and more masculine leaning. They say it's also unisex, but I don't really think so. This one, the original, yes, it's unisex. The other one, the special edition, because it's darker in color also, was made rougher. And it's indeed rougher, but not more potent in performance category. Also not more projecting, because it's the same performance as in the original. However, there are differences in the notes they use and in the general feel that this perfume, the limited edition, leaves you with. And yes, it's from the very beginning, you can feel the citrus vibe in it, because they have citruses in the opening notes, in the top notes, both of them. But in the original liquid Brun, I feel something like lemon, although they don't they don't mention lemon in it. Only citruses and mandarin, I guess, and bergamot and orange. The same in this one. Well, I can feel lemon. This is for my nose. In this one, I don't feel that lemony vibe. I feel indeed the bergamot and other citruses, but not lemon. Then, what I can feel is that cedarwood and that musky vibe, which are stronger in probably as a percentage inside the composition of the limited edition. And I will tell you, there are also some differences in the notes that they use. For the original one, we don't have rose nor amber. In this one, in the limited edition, they mention rose and amber. However, I don't feel the rose in the limited edition. In this one, it's nowhere a rose, but I feel the amber. I sprayed this on some hours ago, and it remained mainly the same as at the first spray, but after it settled down a little bit, it became earthier, and this is because they put amber in the base notes. They didn't use amber in the original formulation. And in the top notes, they both have cardamom, orange blossom. No, they have orange blossom for the original, and orange blossom is also in this one, but in the middle notes. Well, there are only details, and you can feel a little bit of orange blossom in both. They both have vanilla, and they both have oak moss and gaiac wood. The gaiac wood I feel in both, but in this one is dominant. That's why I find it masculine. This is the same element that sometimes I don't like in liquid Brun, because I told you I used to put it on and spray it on me at the beginning. After a while, I started feeling that masculine vibe in this one also, and I use it less these days when I'm attracted towards more feminine perfumes. But it remains, nevertheless, an exceptional perfume. What I can also feel in the original more than in the limited edition, I feel that coffee, dark coffee vibe, which comes from the tonka beans. They don't mention tonka beans, at least on Fragrantica, in Liquid Brun, but they mentioned it in the limited edition. But I absolutely believe that there is tonka beans here, or some kind of chocolate, dark chocolate with coffee, something. They put something in here that smells like dark chocolate and coffee. They say for this one in the base note that there is pralines, and the difference on Fragrantica at least is that in the base note this one has pralines, that's the chocolatey vibe, and this one has only tonka. And indeed I don't get for the limited edition that amazing coffee-like fragrance that envelops you, although it has tonka, and sometimes tonka makes you feel you get some coffee in there because it's also a bean, some beans. Another difference which makes this one more masculine in my opinion, but I don't specifically notice it in here, is the lavender. In the top notes, this one has lavender. I don't feel the lavender only now because I read that it has the lavender. I really find it somewhere in there, though I don't find the rose. They put the rose, but they didn't make it more feminine as you might expect. So don't worry. If you don't like rose, if you want a more masculine variant, you can just get this one. These are the main differences. This one has elemi and this one not, and ambroxan, and well, pretty much I told you these are the differences, the main differences. But in my opinion, besides being more masculine and rough, I think this one is a mediocre formulation, although it only changes some nuances. Why do I believe that? Because this one, Liquid Brun, was made perfectly. That perfectly made balance between all the elements. The right elements in the right percentage, they create a genius perfume. An amazing balance formulation, an amazing result that incites you from within. In this one, though they don't change much, though you can immediately recognize the DNA, you would never say it's another perfume. It's quite similar, you recognize it, because they put other elements, because they changed the percentage in it. They made something similar, but not as genius like this one. Sometimes the secret of a great perfume is in this perfect balance that they lost in the limited edition. They wanted to make it more masculine, they succeeded in this, but they lost something of that. You know, when you make like a chef, like a great chef, when a great chef makes an amazing food, it's not that they use different ingredients, they use the perfect balance. This is what Liquid Brun, the original, was for me. This one became something, like the style of Liquid Brun, but they lost that perfection in the balance, in the creaminess. This one, limited edition, is not as creamy, is not as fascinating, it's just more masculine. If you want it for the gym, it's not only sporty. If you want it for your office and you really want to get there in a suit, yes, you can use this for the roughness, but you will not get that cool person special something, in my opinion. I would never wear this limited edition as a woman, but I'm wearing Liquid Brun sometimes. Now, this is the main difference. This is what I noticed in smelling them like that. I told you I didn't put it on my skin, and maybe I will not purchase it. Of course I will not purchase it because I'm not interested in a more masculine version of something that I already love. And if there is something that I really like, I would be interested to get maybe a more feminine version of this one. Why not? Maybe they will also lose that amazing balance, who knows. But come on, French Avenue, let's try. Give us a more feminine version, because I would really like it. If this one would be even softer, even sweeter, and less of that guaiac wood and that oak moss, probably I would wear it non-stop. Guys, if you have one of those two, if you have Extrait de Parfum from Liquid Brun, if you love it, if you hate it, just tell me your experience with Liquid Brun or with the limited edition. I will return with more information on Liquid Brun as soon as the other version appears on the market, because it was already launched. The Extrait de Parfum is already on the market, but not in Europe, at least not in Eastern Europe. Thank you guys. See you next time. Send you much love and many kisses.